What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. This time, this is the top harems as requested by a good friend of mine. She wanted me to go over the top harems, obviously. So in this video, I'm not going to give you the top 10 harems. I'm just going to give you harems that I think are great. In this video, I'm going to give you the most enjoyable harem that I've ever seen. A very good harem that doesn't get a lot of love. The best story in a harem, the best harem, like the best people involved in the harem, and the best overall harem, like the best one I've ever seen. So without further ado, let's hop into this. First one I'm going to give to you is a harem that's pretty good, but not many people talk about it. It's called Sakino How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. Pretty much all this show is it's an otaku, a gaming otaku, who wants to make his own dating sim for his game, and he brings in a bunch of different girls to help him with different aspects. Like, one girl's in charge of the story, the plot line, one girl's in charge of like all the drawing, one girl's in charge of the music, and he has the main girl who is pretty much the person that sparked his interest to want to do it. And the only problem with her is she's deathly boring. So the other girls try to bring out the best in her, but that's kind of hard, and they all kind of have a little thing for the guy. You know how harems go. Plus, he's getting a second season in a few days, which I'm really excited for. But that's the underground harem that no one really talks about. Let's move on to the most enjoyable harem that I've ever watched. The most enjoyable harem that I've ever watched has to go hands down to a harem I saw last season. It was a reverse harem, and it's called Kiss Him Not Me. The premise of this show is there's a girl who is a raging otaku, so that's a plus already. She is a fudoshi, so she likes to pair guys with other guys. So she's kind of weird, so that's another plus. In the beginning of the show, she looked a little bit like this. And then she was watching her favorite show, and her favorite character died. And she went into a spiraling depression. She just stayed in her room. And then like a week later, she came out looking like this. So yeah, that's completely possible. The guys in her school weren't really paying attention to her all that much. They weren't treating her all that nicely because she looked like this. The second she lost all that weight and she looked like that, that's when all the guys started to fall for her. And I hate them. But as you see all throughout the first half of the first episode, she's not treated all that well, except by like one guy. But you know, hey, that's that guy. He's a special case. It's one of those shows that's so freaking entertaining because of the main character. She is a riot. And she never fails to make me laugh. She never has. She never will. I like this show so much. I went on to read the manga, and the manga is going swimmingly. But that's Kiss Him Not Me. Let's move on to the best story. Best story, we go to High School DxD. Now, I know what you're thinking. It has a lot of boobs in it. It's all fan service. There's no story in it. Haha, that's where you're wrong. It has a great story if you can get past all the unnecessary fan service. That if you can get past all the unnecessary fan service, you will be so immune to this that no other show will ever shock you. It's about a guy who wants to be harem king. Like, he wants legitimately to be the king of harems. He wants to have the greatest harem. So far, he's got a leg up on damn near everybody. Kind of. Get that hint there that he's not under this show isn't under the best harem category. but it's only the best story is because it's got the best story of like the most harems that I see. It has all the action and it has all the fan service that you could want in a show. It's great. It's honestly great. It's getting a fourth season too, so that just lets you know how good the story actually is when it gets down to the nitty gritty. But that's it for High School DxD. Let's move on to the best harem, as in people, the ones involved in the harem. When it comes to the best harem, I had to really sit down and think about this because I wanted to put High School DxD in it because, you know, Reyes. Thought about it. The one that came to mind almost immediately was Nizuko. When I say it has the best harem, like the girls involved are wonderful, except for one of them. I hate her so much. It's got the girls that I couldn't pick even if I was the main character. Like I can't pick. Like you got Onodera here, who's sweet and shy and most of the time innocent. But once she gets bold and she starts putting herself out there, it really takes you back, and you find her so attractive. She's so cute. Then you got Tsugumi, who's by all the definitions of the word, best girl. She can cook, she can clean, she can fight. She's OP. She looks amazing in whatever she wears. And when she blushes, it's just the cutest thing. Then you got my personal favorite. You got Marika here, who goes through any lengths to get the man she loves. It's great. She's wonderful. Even in the manga, you find Yuine, who's got that sexy teacher thing going, so that's a good thing. And then you got Shitoge. Going in through the anime, you'll see great animation and great storytelling in the first season, and the second season's more of look at what we're doing today. If you read the manga, it'll give you a lot of character development for all these characters, and it makes it just so impossible for you as a viewer to choose. Like I said, Marika's my favorite, but if I was in this situation, I don't know if I could pass up Tsugumi or Onodera. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. Shitoge would be dead last, though. I can tell you that. But enough of this. Let's move on to the best overall harem. This may come as a surprise or a shock to you that I'm about to say this is the greatest harem ever made, but I'm very adamant this is the greatest harem ever made, but no one ever gives it a shot past like episode 6. But I promise you, if you stick with it, you will be so happy and so glad that you did. I'm talking about is Shuffle. Shuffle does not get talked about a lot. It does not get talked about at all. In fact, it's a shame. Granted, when you go through the first episode and you go through like episode 6 or 7, it's the typical. It's like your typical like generic show. Like, you know, you got the girls. They're all in love with the same guy. They go through this little hardship in an episode just to come out on top or like show like their good points and stuff. But it dives so much deeper. But let me explain to you why I think this is the greatest harem ever made. Point number 1. So many times in harem anime, all the girls are perfect. They either have like one little flaw or not many flaws at all that don't get explored. Like maybe she's like really, really pretty, but she's far too shy for her own good. Something like that. Something we see all the time. In Shuffle, all these girls are flawed. Like they all have something that's really, really wrong. Some a lot more than others. It does away with the whole "these girls are perfect" thing. Two, the main character is not an idiot. So many times in harems, the main character is always so dumb. He's so blind. The main character in Shuffle is not dumb in the slightest. He's actually a pretty smart and a pretty nice, pretty sweet guy. A guy I can get behind. A guy I really like. And number 3, and the biggest reason that I think this is the best harem ever made, he actually picks a girl. So many times in harem anime, there is no decision. And when I say so many times, I mean all the time. In this one, he makes a choice. And he doesn't wait until the last episode to make the choice, which is also great. It is so good. It is wonderful. It is great. And it's something that not many people know about. So that too is a plus. But that's the end of the list. Oh, and because I forgot to do this during each segment, Yuta best girl, Masumune best boy, Ria's best girl, Asa best girl, Maruku best girl. On top of that, I'm going to give you a little bit of a bonus. I'm going to give you 2 recommendations to watch for harems. Yamine-kun and the 7 Witches. It's a very entertaining show. Something for everybody. A lot of kissing, so it's great. For my second recommendation, I recommend Heaven's Lost Property. It's great, and it has a plot that they can visit at any point that they want to, and most of this is what shenanigans we're getting into this episode. But they do have a really, really good plot that they can just revisit every once in a while. So. But yeah, that's everything I got for you guys this time. If you like this video, leave a like. If you want to see something else, leave that in the comment section below. What's your favorite harem anime? Leave that down below. Until next time, guys, peace out.